Skip, I just want you to know this. I'm 52. This weekend was one of the top 3 weekends of my life. After Saturday, I really didn't care what happened. And I'm talking about some of the weekends that I had in my early 20s in Daytona, Black College Beach week. I'm talking about the 20, 30 weekends that I had in Vegas in my mid-20s and 30s. This was the best. This was one of the top 3 weekends of my life, considering Saturday and then what happened. So what happened, anything that happened after Saturday, Skip, if you'd have came in here and beat me up, if I'd have lost 50 cases, I wouldn't have been upset. But since I got sweepstakes and I get to gloat, because you know I don't even really like gloating, because I don't like to do this to you, because, you know, you're such
gloating about what?
Hold on, let me finish. I don't like doing this to you because you're such a good person. You have such a big heart. And I don't think people really, that doesn't project on TV. But you're really a great guy, Skip. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you.
A lot of people they do think I have a big heart.
Nobody
people who watch me on TV think
no.
They
the
do.
people that watch you on TV don't think you got a good heart. It's the people that meet you.
You ought to stay after one of our road shows and talk to people. You never stay because you don't have a big heart.
Skip, you know what I love about this? Because the Cowboys was ahead for about the entirety of the ball game until late in the ball game. And I could just, everybody, all the Cowboys fans, they were just blowing up my timeline. What you think about that? That's an undefeated team, and we beat them. Yada, yada, yada. And then all of a sudden, Carly Booker, the guy go to get my haircut, he won't take my call. He sent me a text back. They cheated us. We should have won that game. We almost won. I'm seeing on my mentions, do you know that was an undefeated team that we almost won? I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. I thought Herm Edwards said you play to win the game, not to almost win the game, not to cover the spread of the game, to win. Now, the thing that I love the Cowboys' offensive strategy, Skip, because what it seemed to me early, what they were going to try and do, we're going to make Bud Dupree and we're going to make T.J. Watt cover. Those are rush guys. Rush 3-4 in, Skip. They ain't trying to do nothing but come rush the quarterback. Put him in space. Let's see how you do with C.D. Lamb. Let's see if you can cover these guys on some of these over routes.
No, but that's more Pittsburgh's choice than Dallas's choice.
No. I can formation you and make you walk those guys. You ain't got no choice. Okay, you can.
I don't think so, but go ahead.
Yes, I think so. Because that's what teams try to do, Skip. They try to, if you just let Bud Dupree and T.J. Watt rush, you're asking for trouble. Now, they made it different. They made it difficult for Dallas because Dallas, they got a couple of runs. I was like, well, dog, I didn't know Pittsburgh was going to give up runs like Tony Pollard yesterday looked like the better runner than Zeke.
I've been trying to tell you that for months.
Skip, I think the thing is we need to become resigned. Zeke is going to be your bullback. And what I mean by that, Skip, if it's 3rd and 1, 4th down.
I'm not sure to this point he can even get that.
But Skip, he kept his leg driving. He got you some tough yardage. But if you're expecting to see the 30-yard, the 40-yard run, Skip, I don't know if you're going to see that. I'm going to give Gilbert some credit because I thought he played well early. But he missed some throws also that allowed the Steelers to stay in the game. Skip, when they had the momentum, you got to put separation because the Steelers can't run the football. And I think we're going to talk about this a little later, Skip. And that's one of the concerns that I have about them is that when they got a lead, Skip, they can't get 2 tight end, 4-minute offense and control it. And Mike Tomlin, I don't know what the hell you was thinking. You better kick that field goal and go up 8 and make a team score a touchdown in a 2-point conversion to beat you. Don't you let Ben. Oh, Skip, you had just gotten stopped early in the game on the 4th and 1. You got stopped.
You had just missed a couple. You'd missed an extra point and a field goal, and you'd gotten another one blocked.
Yes.
So he said, I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to put this game away. But they didn't put the game away. Not
with your running game. Now, if that's the Tennessee Titans, Skip, you put that game away. That's not. You don't have that type of situation. Skip, the reason why you lost this game is simple. Skip, I can say, well, Garrett Gilbert didn't do this, or you didn't run the ball. Too many penalties. Skip, you can't commit those kind of penalties late in the ball game like they did. They got holding. I mean, they got a couple. They got, I think, 5 accepted penalties. The Steelers got a first down on 1, so they declined it. So they got 6 penalties in the 4th quarter. Skip, that'll get you beat. And that'll get you beat. And that's the thing that drives coaches crazy is that the mental mistakes in a ball game, especially in crunch situations. The Cowboy, I love what I'm seeing from D-Law. Skip, that's the D-Law that got that big money. You see the way he coming off that edge? You see the way he hustling? That's what I knew he always had in him. Now, there's another guy, Skip. They moving.
Wait, is the show over yet? Do I get to talk? I don't know.
Skip, I don't know what's going on with your boy Jalen Smith, but I'm not seeing it. And I know you're not seeing it.
I have seen it. I've seen new effort and energy.
Skip, you got to make plays, Skip. This is a play league. But the Cowboys, Skip, give Garrett Gilbert credit. He played as well as I thought he could possibly play. I didn't see this. Now, they got tape on him. They got tape on him, not Skip.
Well, they had a lot of arena tape on him.
You're talking about some arena. For real, Skip.
He lit it up in the arena league.
He did, Skip.
All you need to do is put in the tape at the University of Texas when he was a blue chip national recruit, one of the top 2 or 3 quarterbacks ranked in the United States, and went to his home state, University of Texas.
He did.
And got to start 1 year. I get to see him for, I don't know, 5 or 6 games, and he threw 10 touchdowns and 17 interceptions. That's why I was dubious about him starting yesterday.
And he ended up at SMU.
Thank you. And did okay, 21 touchdowns and 7. Now, it's my turn to explain to you what happened yesterday.
Okay, what happened?
My Dallas Cowboys should have won that game and should be in first place, albeit in the NFC least. My Cowboys deserve to win that game because my Cowboys outplayed the Pittsburgh Steelers in every way, shape, and form yesterday. And they lost because they got absolutely robbed in the second half 3 times. It was blatant highway robbery on I-30 that travels between Dallas and Fort Worth, just off I-30 at Jerry World. They got robbed by the referees, and I tweeted at the end of the game because the Steelers were jumping up and down like they'd won the freaking Super Bowl at Jerry World, and I said, yeah, celebrate Pittsburgh, but you should be hugging the referees because the referees saved them in this game. Let me count the ways, shall we? First one, my man, Garrett Gilbert, and again, I would have started Cooper Rush, but he played very well under the circumstances yesterday. Here he is, and he gets them down to 3rd and goal at the 5. And he's got a chance because he'd thrown 1 touchdown pass to CeeDee Lamb. And again, it was a weird play because they were zone blitzing on that play, and TJ dropped back and ended up, oh my God, I got to cover CeeDee Lamb. And it just a little out and up, and it was just an easy touchdown. It was a sight for sore eyes because my team hasn't scored many touchdowns over the last 4 games. But on this one, I'm thinking maybe we can cash this one. It's 11:54 left in the 4th quarter. And if we could see this play, please. Joe Hayden, who's a very good cornerback, flat out grabs Amari Cooper on his break. He just grabs him. It's as blatant and isolated defensive pass interference as you can get. It's just defensive holding. He just grabbed him. And Garrett Gilbert is celebrating because the flag flies and he thinks that his interception is nullified. But in fact, there's just a personal foul. Yeah, it's just a legal crackback. But here's Amari. He just gets grabbed. That's like a tackle. That is blatant pass interference and should have canceled out what turned into an interception because he got racked as he was all day. That's the fiercest pass rush.
Make him stay in the end zone.
And that we would have had it 1st and goal at the 2.5-yard line. You think we could cash that in with Ezekiel Elliott? No. I do. And what would that have made it at that point? They were up 19-15. That would have made it 26-15. Would that have stood up with the 4th quarter left to play? Maybe would have stood up the way my defense was playing. By the way, my defense held Pittsburgh to 46 yards rushing. This is the same Mike Nolan defense that gave up 307 to Cleveland, and what was it, 205?
240 to Arizona.
Yeah, but I was doing the one at Washington. That was the Washington football team went for 205, and Arizona obviously just ran. So
you liking Mike Nolan now, huh?
I'm liking the fact they got rid of every free agent they signed, every veteran free agent in the offseason, and finally the ones who are left have bought into this system. I would have fired him at that point because I would have rather them do it with all the free agent talent that they have, but they're doing it with a lot of young players. And all of a sudden, how about Neville Gallimore, University of Oklahoma? I kept telling you after they drafted him, he can disrupt.
Well, tell me why that makes sense. You draft the guy in the 3rd round and you say he's the guy, but you signed 2 guys to put in front of him. Yep,
but the point was he didn't get to play enough yesterday because every play he played, he disrupted.
Yes, right.
Now we get to the most egregious robbery of the day.
What happened?
And it comes with 8:36 left. It's 1st and 10 at the Dallas 48 for the Pittsburgh Steelers that you loved yesterday. They were your team yesterday. And finally, Ty Crawford got to Big Ben Roethlisberger. And finally, he rocked him so hard that Big Ben coughed it up, if we could see this. He coughed it, and Aldon Smith gets it on a bounce. Thank you, Aldon. And he is off to the races at about whatever he weighs, 300 pounds. And he runs this ball all the way down to the Pittsburgh 21-yard line. I'm thinking I got a great chance to win the game because now we're getting later in the fourth quarter. But do you see what happened with Jalen Smith?
He pushed him down.
He didn't push him down. He chucked him at 5 yards. It was a completely legal chuck. You are allowed by rule to have one shot within 5 yards. Was it maybe 6 yards?
Yes,
maybe six, maybe 5.5. He chucks Ebron, just gives him a shove, which is completely legal. Did he grab him? Did he pull him down? No, he did not. Did he hold him? No, he did not. He just pushed him, and it looked like Ebron flopped or tripped and fell on his own.
That was Claypool.
Was it Claypool? I thought it was Ebron.
That was Claypool.
Sure? I guess
that was Claypool.
Okay, well, that's even better because Claypool's smaller, although they're probably about the same size.
Yeah.
But the point is that is as legal a play as you can get. And some idiot referee who hates Jerry Jones.
Well, don't do that,
It's at Jerry World, and they hate him. They don't like him sitting up in the box. Subliminally, they're thinking, I got to throw a flag on Jerry. I got to throw a flag on Jerry. And he sees him go down, and it's like, I got to throw a flag because he did something illegal. I don't know what it was, but he did something illegal to knock that man down. And he throws a flag, and it nullifies the play that wins the game for my Cowboys. That is absolute highway robbery. I want to see what the NFL has to say about that play. That's within the rules, as legal as you can get. That's exactly what Jalen Smith should have been doing at that point.
The thing is, I think the difference was, and there's really, right, Amari Cooper was interfered with. But I think what happened is because Ben was about to throw the ball to Claypool, and the referee sees he gets shoved to the ground, and then Ben brings it down. I think that was the difference. Amari Cooper was interfered with. There's no ifs and buts about it. That was PI. You can't do, you impede, first of all, you impeded his progress. That's what you did, first of all. So you just, in the back, and the guy's standing right there. The back judge standing right there. I don't know what the hell you looking at.
It's an isolated event because it's not in traffic.
Right.
It happens so isolated, and he's primary, and it's clear the ball is going to Amari, and he's got a step on Joe Hayden.
You know what I was thinking, Skip? I was thinking you saying on 4th and 1, they should have went for it instead of kicked that last field goal. I was thinking you was going to say that. I was thinking you was going to say, you know what? Just go for it and just end it right here, right now.
Okay, which one? For Pittsburgh?
No, for the Cowboys.
No, I was good with that.
You was good for the field goal?
Yeah. Now, again, I would have gone for it in the early one when they're in their territory because I just... You're a hopeless underdog. Just go for that one. But they did, and they kicked it away, and they got away with it. But on this one, at that point, you're just trying to hang on and win the game, and I will take the 3 as long as he can make the kick, and he did make the kick.
He made the kick.
Okay? So what's the final one? What's the next one? It's the Jalen Smith play on Ben in which Jalen blitzes, if we could see this.
He got him, Skip.
And he barely brushes the front of his face mask.
Skip it,
He just brushes. He just brushes the front of his face mask. Okay, by the letter of the law, that's a foul.
Right.
But I just showed you the one on Brady. Brady got whacked in the face, and Jalen Smith gets called on this.
You know why?
Okay.
You know why? It's a clean path. The ref is standing over there, and he can see it. If you look at the one that Cam Jordan had, Skip, the offensive lineman is between the official.
Because it's a straight-on blow right to the face.
Right.
This is raking because he's trying to get the ball and accidentally rakes, just brushes the front of his face mask and hits his shoulder.
Right.
It hit his shoulder more than it hit the face mask. Sometimes you don't have to referee by the letter of the law. You just say, let that one go.
No, you can't let
that one go.
You can't let it go.
Do you realize that is 3rd and 10 from the Pittsburgh 21-yard line with 4:03 left?
Yeah.
If you don't call that, they're going to have to punt from their 21. Dallas is still up 19-18. Again, 4 minutes left.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're going to get good field position. We're going to drive it. Maybe we're going to get another field goal, and you are going to be cooked. My team should have won this game because it played well enough to win this game.
No, you didn't, Skip.
You said you can't make those mistakes in the fourth quarter. What mistakes?
You can't make them.
What mistakes? Jalen Smith did not make a mistake.
Skip, he hit the man in the face. That's a PA.
No, on the first one. On the
he shoved the man. Skip, it's 5.5. It was 6 yards. Actually, it was 7 yards down the field, but okay.
It was not 7 yards. It's right at 5. You have to give him a little bit of a leeway.
No, we give you enough, Skip. It's a foul.
You know and I know that was not a foul. I can tell. And even on CBS. The great Jim Nantz even questioned that call, and Jim does not question calls. And he subtly said, Tony, are you sure about that one? To Tony Romo.
Jim is secretly for the Cowboys.
No,
a lot of people,
not.
yeah. And Tony Romo, I could have just imagined. I don't have the sound, but I can imagine he had pom-poms up there. Talking about what a great job Garrett Gilbert is doing, and they're doing a great job of moving.
Jim Nantz is all about Houston. He played golf at the University of Houston, so it's not about Dallas for him.
Skip,
sorry.
I love the fact that you actually thought, and you and a lot of Cowboy fans, y'all actually thought y'all were going to win.
Well, we had it.
You didn't have nothing.
The referees stole it from us again.
You know what?
You know what? This is as snake-bitten a year as you can ever have. That was our fourth-string quarterback who played very well. And it was so bad yesterday that at the end of the first half, Pittsburgh actually benefited from its own mistake because they false start on a field goal that misses wide left, which means, wait, it's nullified. It's a dead play.
Right.
You get another kick, except you got to kick it 5 yards. That was from 54. And then from 59, he hits the Pittsburgh franchise record 59-yard field goal.
He boomed it.
Okay, he boomed it. And again, I need points. You know, I need 3 here, 3 there, 3 here, 3 there, because this would have been the upset of the year in the National Football League. And anybody who watched it from start to finish would have to sit back and say, you know what? That Cowboy defense played well enough to win that game.
No, I don't think nobody's going to say that.
Yes, they will.
Yeah, I'm thinking, the officials. I think the officials rob you. They might be liberals. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, the Cowboys still 2-7. Yes, that is the record. So did not get it done yesterday.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.